Welcome to a night of total terror.
In 1968, George Romero brought us Night of the Living Dead. It became the classic horror film of its
We
time.
must not be lulled by the concept that these are our family members or our friends. They are not. They will not respond to such emotion.
Now, George Romero brings us the most intensely shocking motion picture experience for all time.
It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill.
When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history.
Meet the lunar halo, the ground begins to quake.
Pale hands are rising where the lilies used to lay.
We walk in time with the hush of the restless dead.
Zombies, cadavers, corpses, the living
March
dead.
to the synth line inside our heads.
Hear the graveside drum, hear the pale hearts beat.
Thursday of the dead. Thursday of the dead. Thursday of the Thursday of the dead. Thursday of the Thursday of the dead. Thursday of the dead.
You must be here for Thursday of the Dead.
Welcome back to Thursday of the Dead, episode 344. My name is Jace. We're continuing the Night of the Living Dead series with a new German 4K box set for Night of the Living Dead. And I actually found out about this on the George Romero Collectors Group on Facebook. I think Eric Kent was the first person that posted it. And then Paul Farver posted that he got one too. And when I went to look, it was already sold out. And so I put my email in to be notified. I think this was through Orbit DVD. And they let me know there was another copy in. So I bought it. And now I'm unboxing it. And it's actually, the box was heavier than I imagined. And you'll see why in a moment. It's a lot bigger than I expected. And this reminds me a little bit of the German Dawn of the Dead, or as they call it, Zombie, box from Koch Video, Koch. That's, I think, one of the best Dawn of the Dead 4K boxes. And so as you can see here, this is a large format box. There's a lot of stuff in here. And the reason I compare these is because this has a lot of supplemental stuff included, like posters, pictures, a book. Of course, the book's in German. It's a comic book too. And I've got to figure out where this will go in my Night of the Living Dead collection because it's big. It takes up a lot of space. Kind of gives you an idea. Okay, so let's get into what it contains. First of all, a set of pictures. This is actually pretty cool. Naked zombie. Next, a poster of the cover art. I'm not sure who the artist is on this. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Elvis Dead is the one that put out prints of that image. One more. And this is the French re-release poster. I actually have a French grande of this. Humongous. It's like 43 by 60, something like that. So that'll be a lot easier to frame. Oh, and one more. US one-sheet artwork. So pretty cool. 3 mini posters. Not bad for a box set. I think that the Dawn of the Dead set had larger posters. It was a larger box too. Here's the comic. And I think I have this comic. Maybe. It's in German, and I read a little bit of German. I took German in high school. Not enough to really read it. But there's another book coming, and I was able to read some of that. There's George. I was able to understand little bits of this. Of course, I could load it into like Google Gemini and see what the translation is. I doubt there's anything new that I haven't read before, but it's cool to have. Cool pictures in the book, too. Okay, and next. Steelbook. Now I have to double check. I think I actually own this steelbook. Figures. I mean, I don't mind. Bought copies of many movies over and over again. This is just cool to have in this giant set. Maybe what I'll do is if I do have a duplicate of this, I'll give it away in a future episode. Speaking of future episodes, hopefully my next one will be on Partially Devoured by Daniel Kraus. All of these videos have been leading up to that because I'm still reading it, which I'll explain in that video. And here's the weird box insert to make everything fit, and the box. It's actually a really nice box. Now we just need one for Day of the Dead. I know there's a 4K. I have the 4K pre-ordered from, is it Shout or Scream Factory? One of those. Which of course will be in an upcoming episode. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching. See you next week.